just say, yep. And as a party, decided to explore the other balcony. And look, you see another stairs that go down and another hallway. Okay. I gotta switch to a different map. Okay, so describe these stairs. Let's see, 14. Oh, okay. TG. The spiral staircase descends 30 feet. The 14C, a double door. You know, from earlier, was it the storm balcony that overlooked the castle storms? And where you're currently at now, it's spiral staircase descends 30 feet. The double door leading into a ballroom that Strongheart will point out that does lead to the ballroom. There is it is sealed with a lion crown lock. But I will say, as before, when you went to the other crown, it seemed to have opened. Yeah, that was a lion door. Yep. Okay. And to get to the right one, as yeah, okay. Of course. All right. Get into the ballroom. So there are lots of things here. A grand ballroom lies before you. The northern part of the floor, its floor littered with the splintered remains of 3 doors that have been knocked from their hinges, leaving openings through which you can see the adjoining rooms. Throughout the room, royal courtiers stand motionless, their eyes fixed on a black iron cauldron atop a dais in the middle of the chamber. Dark vapors rise from the cauldron, and a huge dragon-like monster is coiled around it. The dragon's body twitches slightly, and its eyes closed flutter as if dreaming. You see 2 figures, frozen statue, like off to one side of the cauldron, an imperious middle-aged woman with long white hair in white robes, I believe. And a younger woman clad in armor and wearing a white cape. The older woman is reaching desperately toward the cauldron, while the armored woman at her side is grasping a fine-looking quarterstaff. And Mulliver will say, "Oh, that's Maricon. She's part of our band." And then the dragon kind of stirs a little bit, but it's still currently asleep. Okay. Go ahead. If I could get the go ahead, give me that performance. Possibly. Yeah, go ahead, give me a performance. I'll say a very hard performance. Ooh. Okay, go ahead. Krikec, give me another. Yep. Legit. Okay. So, I will say, there we go. Krikec, what's your 13 is your passive. All right. I will say something happens at the same time as you're just about there to reach. I will say you can call a one. You can give one of the names. Nope. Nothing happens when you touch it. And appearing. Oh no. You can see in the corner this this individual just kind of peeks his head out and just throws something and hits the dragon. The dragon wakes up. And as the dragon roars, and he's just for the League of Malevolent Evil. This jerk. It sort of like wakes up. You know, let me see. Does he have? I might say he has a spell. Yeah, I'll say for a-hole points, he vanishes. And let us roll for initiative. Yes. Things happen. Oh, okay. And I will say to add tension, I will say you can do the horn and a name like a turn for 6 seconds for dramatic. Oh, okay. And then, yeah, per practice, just you know, dramatic sakes. Because we are literally at the we are near the end, so you know keep the drama rising. Okay, the Jabberwock. Okay, I did not. And this jerk, which of course I meant to have him in that combat last week. Oh, he is also whispered. Okay. All right, Zephyr, you are first and the quickest. Okay. Yeah. Is it a charm suggestion? Okay. It has an immunity to charm. That was a good idea. And hey, you know it's kind of waking up, kind of slumbering about. Geren. You know, I'll say yeah. You just woke it up. Okay. No. Oh. So I'm glad. Uh, well, okay. Okay. Well, he's a vulnerability. I don't see any. Just making sure. It has a vulnerability to the sword, so doesn't say that you can't cut off his head. No, he's vulnerable. Well, yeah, just do 68 because then, yeah, yeah. So go ahead, roll that beautiful damage. So, yes. Yeah, it feels pretty legendary. So 48 slashing. That's actually vulnerable, so that's doubled. So that's no, 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 no. It's vulnerable, so it would just be uh, it'd just be 90. Oh, okay. Okay. Uh, yes, yes. Well, what's your is that the is that ever that's what I need to hear. It only had 115 hit points. Yeah, it's just like yeah. Snicker Snack says, "Nah, brah, I don't do that." It's chop. I sure. I mean, she's standing right there with Garrett and Snicker Snack with the bloody and just be like pointing at the sword, be like, you did it. It was we were walking and well, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, it's so the Jabberwock no longer has a head. If you could move more, there's that pesky you know, guy who just like you're just eh, okay. Action surge and actually probably get over here. Yeah. Yeah. Yep, straight roll. Yeah, solid hit. Uh, pretty still yeah, you hit all the way. 19 cries out in pain. Uh That's yeah, that's you know, Jeffrey Walker. I'm just gonna put a big X because that a Krikec. Yeah, that. Ouch. No. Oh yeah, you know he. Yeah, yeah. Only 13. I think it's like 2d6. And oh no, after actually, if you use a charge on the on the third hit, that would drop him. Oh, okay. Crack. And yeah, that's a wrap, yo. Just let's say yeah, Flavor Flav. You know, you can certainly walk over and cycle through the names. Uh, I think, and suddenly, you know, once more being able to move, Zelbina lurches forward a step, then quickly regains her balance. Damn, too late, she says with a snarl. Her eyes dart around in search of enemies before fixing on you all. And she. Have we met? She looks down at the dragon and looks over at Geren and Snickersnack and hmm. It, who woke up? Oh, oh. Um, okay, she will actually look at the unconscious, like, and then she will. Oh, oh, she's hidden too. Okay, duh. She opens a rift into abyssal rift around the around the guy as he starts screaming as he gets kind of sucked into it, and then she just kind of takes over and she says, "Oh yes, I'm sorry. Keep going." Oh, oh, she says, "No need." Um, and she will like do a thing in a coffin. Then suddenly, this energy magic kind of pulsates through the entire thing, and people start moving and waking up. All kind of fairy tale. Over here, you see a cone of cold go off to no, thankfully no effect to anyone in that area. You just see another wizard just like, oh, you know, and he just you know, tries to say something wise, you know, kind of being like an older guy, you know, an old kind of, you know, wizardy type. And she will just tell each of you, you know, well, you've done a great deed. You've freed me all, and you actually even saved my, and my cauldron wasn't even damaged. And you said the hags are, the coven is dead. Well, that saved me the trouble. No, uh, they would not have been safe in this realm, uh, any longer. So I appreciate dispensing justice. But as a reward, I guess double check with AL. I offer you a, I guess, you know, I should get out that document again and see what it specifically says. Because I don't. Yeah. Yeah, just chop. Like, oh, all right then. And pick. No, that's okay. I was assuming that you're just gonna say Natasha, and then she'd wake up, then she'd be like, okay, everything's good. So there's literally, like on the die, there was a 25% chance it'd be Natasha, and then okay, she wakes up and, like, you know, everything happens. So no, that I am happy because I was just like, oh man, I hope this doesn't take a while. Okay, ending the story, because according to the module, um, you would get a free casting of wish, but I don't know. It doesn't say. Let me double check. Yeah. Yeah, because it'd be like, we put a limit on wish or something. So it'd be very useful, but it's also one of those things I'm like, I, yeah, I think that belongs to your last I remember. Uh, okay. Mm-hmm. Uh, so I don't see anything. So I guess to go back and say, you know, she offers you a free casting of a wish spell. I don't know that'll be pertinent. I mean, the only thing it talks about that if you there's an option to be like, well, I want to, you know, go back, you know, when I was a kid and not, you know, lose Juniper, and essentially you would just retire the character or you know, have another run at another adventure at level 1 with no memory of this adventure. So that's the only thing it gives guidance on. I don't know. It doesn't say no on the wish spell, but I'll look and see if there's any specific guidance on it. I think. Okay, so to honor the spirit of your request. Oh, one of them is transport though. Perhaps. Well, she can definitely take you all back home to the Witchlight Carnival or wherever you want to go, because technically, this was a one-way trip. There was no specific way to go back. Although you could do the Feywild beacons, it would be another one. If it's like I'm not gonna wish to be sent home, I'll just go through Yawn and mess with the Fey beacons. But um, but yeah, no, that's it. And and everybody is happily ever after, I guess, except for the dead ones. It looks like yeah. It doesn't say it's for the group, so I think like everyone can individually get a wish. Yeah. Okay. Well, it says it harbors the spirit of the character's request. Doesn't try to twist them. If the character want to return home, she'll use a spell to send them back home. If Sabina can provide what the character desire without casting a wish spell, um, like she can give you her flying coach. Um, but hmm, uh, a wish spell. Mhm. Yep. Um, she doesn't, but there are. You could go basically travel to Yan and travel through the beacons and get home that way. Yeah. Yeah, so instead of like a wish of like I really don't want to be here any longer, it's like okay, so it can save you guys a spell of well, I just want to go home because we're kind of trapped here otherwise. So everyone gets a wish resistance to fire. And she's like, it's. She will say, I don't do it all the time, but I could do it on occasion. I feel like this is one occasion. No. Oh, I mean, well, it is a ball. We can just once we get stuff cleaned up, we can have a party here. You shrunk it. Interesting. Hmm. I'll have to think about that next time. And then, yeah, and you know, everyone gets to level up. That's up to y'all. Oh, she would return those the children with jobs program. She would return all the children back to their home realm. She ties up every single loose end with a wave of her hand. Yes. And that I will stop the recording.